Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast. The Heavyweight Podcast. Hello, Podcast. You listen.
What's good? This is the Heavyweight Podcast, episode 35. I am
Tarantula.
Stutter McFly.
Tarantula, 35.
Tarantula episode. I am Stutter McFly, aka Jesse the Barber's son, with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out there.
Kevin Wendell, aka Dirty Richard Jones.
Can we get away from the Jones and the Jenkins, nigga? Like,
And Bone Jenkins. Juicy Draws.
it's your boy Angry Moelethal.
Yeah, he angry today. Unleash the beast.
People got me fucked up.
And this is Geek 40, aka Metaverse 40.
Metaverse.
Back out there.
Hey Mo, real quick, are you a different animal with the same beast?
No, I'm just one pissed off nigga.
Respect. Anyway, how were your weeks?
I want to hear Mo.
We're gonna skip.
Mo.
We're gonna leave him for last. We're gonna leave him for last. Everybody else said, because I think he got a lot of shit to talk about. So
Okay, lovely.
Trying to get through it real quick. Trying to get through it real quick. Fuck it. What about you, Keith?
Just been doing the good old job search in between migraines and other household bullshit. Pretty much the same old.
What game was that you were playing on the big screen?
Oh no, that was me. You know how I'm into Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a group that I watch on Twitch, and it was their 7th year anniversary streaming the game, and so they partnered up with this particular theater chain, and you can watch a stream from the theater.
Wow.
This is the second time they've done it. They did it a couple months ago when their new campaign started. So it was cool. Like it's one of those things. It's one thing to watch it from home, solo essentially, and then watching it from a theater on a big ass screen, but also with other people that are into the same shit.
I was gonna say a whole bunch of geeks.
Yeah. So
Would y'all niggas like yell at the screen?
They were. I don't yell. So
Can't believe he rolled that shit.
Were people eating popcorn and shit like that watching? Oh, that's what's up.
Now I got a question. How much does a ticket for that cost?
Same price as a normal ticket?
Nigga, we need to do a
Which
heavyweight
ticket?
podcast on the motherfucking big screen.
No matinee prices though. This ain't that $8.50.
I mean, they set it to the time of their regular stream, so you can watch it either from home or at selective theaters. So it was obviously evening time, so it was evening time prices.
That's what's up.
I'm just picturing.
And the theater wins. The theater wins because obviously you're about to have. Well, there was quite a few people there. You're gonna have them come to the concession stand, spend money. So it's a win-win.
That's all they want anyway.
Yeah, that has to be.
Go
That's
pay
where they make
$25
their
for,
money.
for large popcorn.
I can't believe you did that.
And I think one of the reasons why they're doing it is because they don't feel comfortable enough to go back to doing live shows. They would do a couple of live shows a year.
Oh wow!
Where you can go and actually watch them in whatever venue or convention they were at. So I think to replace that, they're trying to do this theater thing that so people can still meet up, but not like like hundreds or thousands of people sitting there trying to. The show is popular. The show is real popular. So, and they're off the heels of. They had an animated show that just came out based on their stream. So that show's just like it's super popular. So to have that kind of pull to be able to be in theaters when like shit, most up and coming filmmakers can even do shit like that. So
we'll be there one day.
That's cool.
No, there's happy shit. What's up, Mo?
Yeah, he's
What up,
stewing in
nigga?
his juices.
What up, nigga?
I was just staring at him. I was like, this nigga is stewing in his juices. Like
He got me
That
feeling
shit
like we
bit-
in the pen.
Look here, man.
put that
tell
bitch in
y'all.
the headlock.
Let me tell y'all,
And
man.
just-
I've been pissed off all day. All day. Right? First of all, I got up early, left late, rushing, dipping down cactus on my bike, trying to get some food. Order the food, didn't check it because I'm in a rush. Got the wrong fucking sandwich. Get to this fucking place of my employment, which I normally don't frequent on Fridays. Then I got bullshit to deal with from management. Have me want to choke bitches out. Then I get stuck
brave.
behind fucking
love.
Union Pacific. Fuck Union Pacific. Nasty ass rail yard stink, like piss and shit. Fuck all you.
Man. They gonna come after us.
I don't give a fuck. Nigga, who takes 3 hours to change crews, nigga?
Hey, I think you gotta let people know what you did to find out that they're changing crews.
To call these niggas. I had to call them.
That is
And I felt bad at first because at first I called BNSS. I called Santa Fe first. And it was like, and then I was like, oh, I said, look at the damn, that's a UP train. Let me call UP. Yes, sir, you're not the first call we received about this. Yeah, we're changing crews right now. It should be about 45 minutes. I said, nigga, I've been here 2 hours already. What the fuck you know 45 minutes, nigga? I said, I can hit the button on the train. I said, and what pissed me off more is that it was only like 4 cars till the motherfucker would have cleared. Like, nigga, I could have
That's
walked
great.
around the train. I could have walked back to the building, got my bike, drove back, put the bike in the back of the truck, and then, like, that's, nigga, come on, man.
Oh
Come on.
shit.
Well,
Fuck working Fridays,
you-
man. I'm not working
That's
Fridays.
awesome.
California drivers on Friday. I don't know where y'all niggas thought y'all was going. Gas is $7 and 3 pussies a gallon.
They were all out there today.
what calculation of math is that? Where
Where y'all
currency is
going?
what was that currency again, Mo?
$7 and 3 vaginas per gallon. Where y'all going? Where y'all going?
I don't think I could drive no more.
I think they mama out here. I saw
All I got is
niggas towing.
$7.
I saw
That's
niggas
smart.
towing
You-
boats and RV. I said, nigga, you got
That's
gas
true.
for RVs?
They
Yeah.
complain and all these memes and shit about all this shit, yet they're all still driving.
They still in the streets.
No, they refinanced.
I'm doing that shit.
I said, you know
I
what,
need-
man?
I need $50K for the gas.
I took this shit as a sign. I said, I'm just not meant to be work on Friday.
That's nice.
I'm just not meant to. It's just,
Nice.
I'm not built for that no more. You know, I'm built for the the Monday through Thursday game.
You the first.
And now I'm gonna
nigga
leave.
I heard
I'm so mad.
the
I might
train.
leave early on Monday. That's how mad I am. Just thinking about Monday make me mad now.
Now, what if that train driver was his Monday and he said, "Fuck all these motherfuckers."
What I think it was. I think it was that nigga's Friday too, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm going home." let the next, bro. I saw big rigs. So you know how small the canyon is. It ain't a lot of room. I saw big rigs doing 70-point U-turns, nigga. This is. I was like, "What is going on, man?" Man, shit. That's all I can say.
Hey, I'll have a taste for you, man. I'll have a taste.
Alcohol ain't strong enough. I'm gonna need cocaine.
I don't know if you do. You already turned up.
If my job listen, I don't do that shit. But I'll take that random on Monday because that's gonna be 5 hours. Because I ain't gonna have to piss until about 2 p.m.
Well,
Yeah, that's it. That's
Hello.
I'm done.
Hello.
I'm done.
that's
Hello.
Mo is
I'm triggered.
rant for the week.
Triggered. It ain't
How
for the
about
week.
you?
I
How about
might
you?
for the week. I might shit. Give me 3 minutes. I got something else to bitch about.
For shizzle. All right then, Mo. Yeah, I understand you. I feel where you're coming from.
Okay.
I sympathize. My week was eventful and just ready to get the shit over with. So that's me in a nutshell. So I guess we'll get right into this shit. Me and Mo were talking about a situation that happened with his dad. I think it sparked this topic. Um, with me, I know, and him, also, we have instances where our parents kind of get into guilt modes, and through our adult existence, we've kind of had to deal with the fallback of the I know you came up with a hard life or this, and they start guilt, and they go in those modes, and they start feeling guilty. I just want to go through the podcast and ask everyone: do they have instances of stories they want to share? And do you feel where your parents are coming from? Do you feel like it kind of you're like get over it already? Like what? How do you guys feel when your parents did try the guilt game with you as you got older?
You got it. You want me to take it, window? Or you?
There you go.
Go ahead.
I mean,
My mindset is get over it. Get over it. You made your decisions. Granted, no matter what the circumstances were, you made your decisions. I've made mine. I don't hold anything against you. You need to let that go. Because I don't move the way you want me to move when it pertains to you, doesn't mean I don't love you. It's just there's part of my life and certain things that you just don't get to do because you weren't there. I don't owe you. I don't owe you that. That's my per se. You know what I mean? That's how I take it. That's how I feel. Like I love my father. I love my mother both dearly, but they didn't raise me. Let's keep it 100. They didn't raise me. You know, my father, he made his choices. He knew where I was. You know, regardless, he says I was kept from him. Whatever. It is what it is. You could have fought. You didn't. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the only reason why we have a relationship now is because I reached out to you when I was in high school and I had wheels and I came to you. You know, and with my mother, you know, you had your addiction. We forgave you for that. We love you still, and you know, like I said, we were close, but you used to always wow. So I'll let you be. I mean, come on. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna call somebody who's gonna cuss me out every time I call them. Well, I don't deserve that shit. You know, but it's funny because this came up because recently she texted me like 5 in the morning. She's like, just call me when you wake up, and I was like, well, I'm up right now because I'm always up early for some odd reason. And she's like, well, I can't talk. Everybody's sleeping. She's like, well, I just miss you. I just want to talk to you. I called her and she's like, wow. I said, what's up? I said, everything all right? She said, yeah, everything cool. I just miss talking to you. And I was like, well, you destroyed that. I mean, it wasn't me. You know, it was you. So, you know, I just think like at some point you got to just, my mindset is just get over it. Like if you want to call me, if you call, I'm gonna answer. If I can answer, I'm gonna answer. I'm not gonna just shun you. I don't stop neither one of them from seeing their grandchild. But at the same time, I'm not making that access easy. I'm not finna just bring her to you. You got to work for this relationship. That's just my mindset. If you want to come see her, you want to call her, you want to talk to her. Oh, no doubt. I'm not holding it from you, but you gotta put the effort in. That's all I ask. Put the effort in. If you want a relationship with your granddaughter, put the effort in. Other than that, she booked. She got shit to do. She's a gymnastic star. She's a tumbling queen. You know what I mean? But you know, so I don't hold
That's
no guilt
fair.
towards them. So it just is. I mean, I'm working. People get mad at me, bro. Well, you don't never call. Nigga, I'm working. I am a single income household. Nigga, I'm working. The wife is free. You want to plan something, call her. Because I'm at the job. Except for Fridays, because fuck that.
I
You,
don't know. I
Kevin?
think Mine's I don't know if I had. Well, I guess there was guilt at one point, but it took me having to figure out some shit to where I kind of thought some things where I was a certain way for certain things. Because I grew up like it was abusive in the house, not towards us, but between them. And I mean, they kind of went through it, and we were there, and they grew past that. A lot of people say that should dissipate, but hey, that's their decision, and they made it work. So I took a lot for me, like holding on to that and like kind of using that as shit for me. And I think I was in the middle of the ocean when I was like, I just start crying. I hadn't cried for like 15 years. And I was just like, I gotta forgive them for what they did, like for having us be in that situation. So I know I told my mom that, and like she didn't know how to take it at first. Like I think she took it like, whoa, okay. And like was a little more defensive. And then later she was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I understand. I get it. And like we did the best we could. And like that, I like that. That was, hey, it's honest. We did the best
Yeah.
we could, and we tried, and I thought we did a good job. I'm like, you did a hell of a job. I just telling you what it was. And my dad was the opposite of, of that response. But it wasn't never like well, no, he was aggressive at one point. That was just an argument though, because I told him and we were arguing about it. And I know it sounds weird, but I loved his response because I was like, well, you did all this, and then he like didn't know what to say, and he just looked at me. He's like, man, motherfucker, you. It's like, okay, so I can tell you feel it. You just don't know how to express it.
Yeah.
So I don't think they ever like guilted me. It almost seemed like it was a little opposite on my end where I was guilting them, but I wasn't trying to guilt them. I was letting them know
See,
it was all forgiven in that point.
I feel like they're trying to guilt me. You know, my mom
Who
tells me I did
your
it.
folks?
Yeah, my mom says, well, I did the best I could. Well, you know, she did. My mom tried many times to, you know, do the rehab and all that stuff, and you know, but she made bad decisions, you know. And then when it comes to my dad, he blames everybody but himself. Well, so and so was keeping me, and I didn't. I said, okay,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like to me, you have very few excuses because my grandfather was a pastor. He had a church on the same corner for over 25 years. And you knew where I was going to be at every weekend. There's no
Mm-hmm.
excuse. It wasn't
On
like,
Wednesday too.
you know what I'm saying? Tuesday, Friday night. Like it was no excuse. Like I was going to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you I said always funny, like you always say I was kept from you, but then you would I can recall like sporadic moments where you would pop up. And you always popped up at the church. So you knew where I would be at. So I mean the stories don't add up.
You know
But
what?
he holds that. I don't.
Just in this, it might be because we're talking about guilt. It may be something that I'm thinking about too, because I feel like I was spoiled as fuck growing up, and like that might have been part of their guilt.
Just
You know what I
growing up,
mean?
you're not spoiled now.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
She didn't hit you
I
over the
got
head with that
spoiled,
goddamn
man.
step stool.
Ooh, oh, why you bringing up? Oh shit, man. I don't know. I just feel like that might have been part of it too, because I was lucky in that regard, at least to have them be there whenever I needed them. But it got to a point to where when I was in college, like they helped me so much that I had to be like, "Hey, just let me fall. Just let me fall on my face." And like they were like, "What?" I was like, "Just let me fall. Like if I call, like we ain't got it." So
Can't
maybe
relate to
that
that shit.
was their
I
guilt.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up until about 23, 24, I could make a call, man, and be like, "Hey, I'll be out of bind real quick." When that
It was
crutch got kicked
ridiculous.
away, boy, when reality set in, I said, "Niggas, I'm struggling." Stutter.
You gentlemen.
Well, for me, my dad was he had his moments, especially in the last few years, where he had those times where you could tell like he had kind of been in his thoughts and thought about it and thought about how I was raised, and I guess it essentially will always come down to like him saying he did his best. Um, but like he would go through these like long, drawn out scenarios where he was talking to me about like, you know, this and this situation and that, and then he'd be like, at the end of the day, I was just trying. I try to prepare you for this, and but you can hear the guilt in his tone. And then on the flip side, my mom, she would uh, tell me things growing up like this, and like I haven't said it in my music. Anytime she would try to bring up situations that happened with my childhood that she saw happen, she would start choking up and she couldn't even finish her sentence because she would just think about like the situation she was trying to put me in because she thought it was better for me and she realized it just ended up hurting me more than that. So she would get in a guilt trip of just saying she apologized for it. And yeah, but I don't know if I necessarily feel like in either situation it was a get over moment. I just think they were trying to do the best what they thought at the time, even if it was the whole walk it off approach or the I'm dealing with my demons. It's probably best if you're over here approach. But at the end of the day, I do feel like that guilt. It seemed to get the older I get, guilt seemed to have like impacted them. So like so as they get older, it seems like it's more like a something that's haunting them all the time. Like as far as like that constant reminder in the back of their like, I need to let him know this. But that's all I can really say about the guilt side of it.
Keith.
In terms of guilt, I can't really say the subject has come up with either of my parents. When it comes to my mom, I think if she does have guilt, I don't really allow her to express it because I'm always, if a situation comes up about the way I was raised, I always remind her that even though my dad was there, it was mainly her doing a lot of the raising and taking care of certain things and stuff like that. Obviously, there's probably things that I obviously didn't see going on in the background, but a lot of things that I did see and probably wasn't meant to see, it was a lot of her putting stuff on her shoulders. And I don't want to say I do a good job, but I do often enough praise her for putting up with the stuff that she had to put up with through the years and just and I've seen topics on this, especially like on the internet, where uh when it comes to certain holidays, like Father's Day is a big one. I do get my father something, but I also make sure to get my mother something because for a while there, it was, like I said, it was her. It was her that would have certain talks with me. It was her that uh, situations come up. She was the first one to show up. In terms of my father, uh, I can't say verbally he's said anything in terms of guilt, but I will say, at least for a brief period, when he came down with cancer, um, his attitude shifted in a way where he was trying to bring the family together more. If that makes sense. Well, no, it was literally him trying to bring the family together more. Like he wanted to start having uh, everybody come over Sundays for dinner. He wanted us to have certain days where we would go out to eat and just check in and all that stuff. And before then, none of that stuff was ever brought up, at least from him. My mother, yes. Even now, well, it hasn't happened in a while because of COVID and everything, but my mom is a big, will either go to lunch or go somewhere and like we would just hang out. Sometimes it would be just one-on-one between the kids, or it would be a group thing, and it would be meant for us to like check in, talk about whatever's going on or whatever. But guilt-wise, other than that, and then usually if anything pertaining to him comes up, it's through the word of mouth of my mom, either from her overhearing something or him telling her something, and then it getting back to me through her. Like apparently at some point I was written out the will.
God damn.
And now apparently I'm back on the will. So, but me and
bouts with you.
Yeah, me and my dad have been clashing since before I can remember. There's always a difference of opinion. He wanted me to go one way. I wanted to go another. There was never ever any true support when it came to where I wanted to go. And then there was things that he would do to impede me going in that certain direction, and then act like it was just all me. And I know one of our biggest battles was me getting. He's retired Army, so part of the VA grant was the kids, and I'm pretty sure my mom, but she never really checked in it. But for the kids, they would pay for college or university education, essentially. And during that time, I was in the program, getting a little check for going to school, but he felt he needed to control that money. So his idea was when they would send me the check, I was supposed to give it to him, and then he was going to divvy out the money to me. Yeah. Mind you, even before I turned 18, both me and my sister were receiving a check from the VA. We never saw any of that money because he was grabbing that money. And I'm not going to say how he accessed that money because we're on the internet. But so he got used to having that extra income for however long he had been getting it. So once I turned 18, he stopped getting it directly. So he felt that I needed to give him it directly. And we had this blowout in front of the house where he was like, well, I was the one in the Army and you wouldn't even have this little check if it wasn't for me. And I was like, for one, I didn't ask you to go in the Army. For two, I didn't ask to be in this program. You pushed me to be in this program. He was the one, oh, well, because I wanted to go to art school and they wouldn't pay for it. But he was the one, no, you need to sign up for a school down here so you can get a check every month and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, you pushed me for that. So because I don't want to give you the money that they're sending to me for me to live off of, now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. and like
He didn't show you no guilt, nigga. Like,
no,
It's always weird when money is involved, man. Like
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
but there was a few that was definitely a turning point where there was a couple of times where there was hits to how I viewed him, and I think it was around that time where like even though he was my father, I stopped thinking of him that way for a good while, because it was just one of those things where it was so much stuff had built up until that point, and then he was coming at me about that and like a couple other things, and it was just like, you know what, I don't even care anymore. Like,
have y'all had some sort of closure now with any of that? Like, it seems like you guys are a little bit closer right now, but or you just being a good son.
from my point of view, it's not they at war.
In turn, well, so it was definitely worse when we was in the same household.
Yeah.
Once he left, it got a little better, sort of. Like we have shared hobbies, and those shared hobbies is what
that's true.
Essentially keeps us from ending up like some of my other siblings. Most of my other siblings have zero interaction with him. So, but currently he's definitely big on complaining about that I don't call enough. Though every time he does call me, it's about something he wants me to do. But he'll be the one to accuse me of that, and I'm like, how can I only call when I want something, and you claim I don't call?
Man, you just triggered me, man.
So it's like our relationship is, and I mean, I think about it, especially with some of the things that have gone on with at least two of you. Like it's one of those things where if something like that was to happen, how would I feel? Because
there ain't no book on that shit.
Yeah, you won't know till what happened, pimp.
Right. But it's like, obviously thinking about it right now, I'm already conflicted.
Yeah, but that's like right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ain't nothing finalized, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, trust and believe that certain shit will supersede other shit. But when you said that shit, my that triggered me because my father does that shit. He goes, your granny want to see you. Word?
You don't want to?
Granny want to see me? Oh, your granny wants you to come on down here. Oh, okay. All right. But then you'll come out and be 5 minutes from my house. Or not 5, 20 minutes. But then call me on your way home. Okay.
Yeah,
I got shit to do too.
Yeah, and like Kevin knows, me and the relationship with him have been up and down for years. So, and it's always awkward for me. And like I'm admitting this. I think I've told Kevin this before. I always feel awkward because I don't have the most positive relationship with my father. So a lot of the conversations we would have about his before and then after his passing, it was always awkward for me because I'm like, we've never had like those reflection moments and things like that, or how we're talking about guilt. And because for all I know, he probably does feel guilty for how he was, how I was raised and how things just end up. But
he sound like he don't know how to like express himself.
I mean, that could be a thing too. You know.
Yeah. Well, I was getting ready to say, I don't think he.
Older people,
I won't say he can't. I'll never say he can't but I think it's not in his nature, and it's not just
I
him.
think
It's actually a little. I hate to say it, but his side of the family, they share a lot of similar
culture.
traits. Yeah,
It's an inner culture within the culture thing.
yeah.
I hate to be this
think
nigga. I hate to be this nigga. But we got to move on to the next subject.
no, I didn't want to do it. You the host, nigga.
All right. The next subject is workplace relationships.
I ain't got
Have you
none.
partaked? Have you seen
Hell
them?
no.
You never seen them?
I've been
seen
with
them.
one woman for the last 20 years, and she is an apple.
You never seen them? You never seen them take place in front of you?
Huh?
Are you looking to the
Yeah.
side? You never seen them take place in front of you?
I thought you had the door locked.
I was in the Navy, man. I watched when people fucking. that's workplace, right?
Nah, seriously, yeah, I know a lot of people who work together at our job that are
How about
started with sneaky links and end up being married.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it's the
Yeah, and then
I don't know,
and
that
then
dynamic can get interesting.
I've heard of a couple, actually more than a few supposed jump offs in my time here at this building, or with this company, not just this building, but this company. Boy,
Well, yeah, absolutely, probably plenty.
I mean, it
Any
happens.
stories, Kevin?
It happens. I wouldn't partake.
What, the workplace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know a lot of these fools at my job right now have met their wives at work. It's kind of wild. And then you watch it's wild.
Do the wife still work there? I can't do that shit.
Some of them did. I remember there was a couple that they worked together, but it was actually kind of cool because it was like you could tell they was married because they weren't like just with each other all the time. It's just like hey, I'll see you at lunch.
That's what I tell people. The reason why my wife and I have been together so long is because we spend more time apart than we have together.
I don't
especially in the younger years.
I don't grasp the whole concept of
working with your spouse.
Because you have to have that time apart.
Well, I mean, if you're in two different departments.
Well, I work in a big ass. Well, they were in the same department. They worked both, but they worked in different areas. And it was crazy because they weren't always together.
What do you talk about when you get home? Like you guys experience the same workday.
Yo sorry ass partners you got, because they don't have this. We don't have the same partners. We break up into groups. So it's like, okay, you're on this ride, so I'm over here, and then they're on this ride, so I'm over here, and they're different groups. And sometimes they just don't see each other because they got stuff going on. And then they're like, "How was your day? Let me tell you about so and so."
I will admit the idea of a workplace quickie might be beneficial, especially on the stressful days. But I couldn't
get fired.
I couldn't. Hey man, what I do on my break and my lunch is my business. I don't company time. This is my time.
Try it. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Again,
I had baby back ribs and then I broke some back.
I'm gonna go back to the military. I had a homie who was getting out in 2 days, about to fly home. He opens the door. Fuck, dude. I just got caught fucking. Wait, what? Had to stay there for 2-3 more weeks with half pay. So yeah, you still get fired. You still get fired.
I like my independence.
I don't grasp that. I need my separation.
To me, I don't know if it's the smartest idea if it goes south.
Yeah, that's true.
See him every day.
And to be honest, I don't really care how your workday went. I don't want to hear about that shit. I just listen. I listen because it's the nice thing to do. I really don't care.
What I used to see all the time is when it went south, like they were still together and that shit was toxic, and they're at work airing out the shit in the parking lot or during work, and you're like,
that's my favorite TV show. Though, when you watch a divorce live.
Oh yeah, I mean it's fun to watch, but it's sad to see.
I used to always say,
"Ooh shit!"
I used to always say shit. The one in particular coworker used to always say, It must be fire because this motherfucker is going through the shit in the parking lot. Like he is losing his fucking mind, and he's fighting with her. And I'm like, that shit must be fire because he is fighting tooth and nail to keep this relationship together. That bitch is toxic.
So far, you think about them bus.
I had a. She
Yeah,
had
gun.
whiskey. What did she say? She must have whiskey flavored nipples because everybody's. Like, what did you just
Hey, is that
say?
a thing? Like, can they? Let me stop.
No,
They
but yeah.
exist.
What
They
about those
exist,
people
you
who
Can you
them
marinate
young
nipples?
players? Them young players who want to play around at work though. That's
They
the
dumb.
stuff to watch.
They
That's
dumb.
dangerous.
They
That is
dumb.
dangerous.
Especially when you're doing,
That's dangerous.
especially when you got multiples.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dangerous. And they'll blow your whole shit up.
I seen it.
I know a couple of them too. Could be
Yeah,
me
you
though.
might. Hey, do they know where you live? You shouldn't have took them home.
Yeah, they know. They work in payroll.
Apparently, I've been in the middle of 2 relationships.
Oh,
What do you mean?
You was a side dude
In the middle.
So
I know what you
like
broke in that homewrecker.
we weren't doing anything, but apparently there's been 2 times where I've been considered
Side nigga, the work husband.
The work husband.
Hell no.
You bought her flowers.
No.
You gotta work wife.
But apparently both of them, but this gentleman, and this was fairly recently, like real recent, he didn't appreciate how friendly we were.
What do you mean?
Like, well, not like that, but like we were just naturally friendly to each other. Like,
you want me to say it? You want me to say
what?
it? You out here pitching wool on the job?
No.
Huh? Friendly?
Natural. It was
just a natural vibe, huh?
He Bismarcky too.
But yeah, it was, and I'm finding this out through obviously other coworkers because they're bringing it to my attention. Where, oh, did you know so and so was looking at you sideways? And I'm like, because we were all in the same building.
Oh, you was close to a workplace accident.
Essentially.
Yeah, he was close.
I mean, maybe that's the reason why I got laid off.
That's not funny.
The truth comes out. See, Stutter knows how I move. I bring up my wife every chance I get. Let it be known. Don't. I don't even want them problems. I got too much to lose at this point in my life.
Let me tell you the best story I have heard. Actually, I think I told you guys this. You guys know our friend Mo. You have not met my friend. Yeah, Nee. His story is the best. He told me he was messing around with this girl at work, not dating her, just laying some wood. And I guess somehow his driver's license fell out in her car. And her man found his driver's license.
Oh, wow.
And drove it to his house.
Address and all, huh? Address and all.
Nigga, this is your last time.
Don't let me catch you wrong.
And he kept going.
Oh, shit.
And he kept going.
What's wrong, Study? You triggered?
Oh, I'm just thinking, Nee. I can picture Nee doing this shit. You got to meet him. We got to have him as a guest appear. That Nee's a funny dude.
I think he finally stopped the workplace stuff because, like, that was like years.
I just never really I never really understood it. Like, I get that as in adulthood, when you start working and you're working the 40 hours plus, whatever, you don't have a lot of time to go meet people. So it's convenient, but at the same time, I always thought, like, you're going to see this motherfucker every day. And then you're going to have to do something with them after work. Like, no, like, this is not a good look.
I don't subscribe to that. You said single, and if they single with no kids, those niggas got time.
They got time all the time. All the time. All the time.
Alrighty. Moving on. So with kids, you might have situations and as we get older or as our kids get older, to nurture their potential, the things they want to do with their lives. Uh, what are your takes on nurturing their potential, and what steps do you think you're going to take as they get older?
I think I'm finding the older is the harder part, because I think at
How is
their
that
age,
harder?
because 13, at 13, they think they know what they want to do when they're older.
Okay, they do.
So you're like,
You did
okay,
too.
no, they don't. You try to help them, and you do all the things. You're like, hey, I'm gonna get you this. If you really loved these things, you would be doing these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At those age, so I'm nurturing, but it's like I'm nurturing something that I don't think you're honestly that into. If I could help find what you are into, that would be sweet, but you don't want to try to like intervene too much and pushing them a certain way, I guess, because then sometimes you get that where it's like, well, you pushed me to this. Like, no, I didn't. I could see that that's actually something you didn't even realize you're passionate about.
Like Michael Keaton said best, and the other guys, he said, I worked 2 jobs, one here over and one over at the Bed Bath & Beyond, to put my kid through NYU just so he can discover his bisexuality and become a DJ. You never know. You fucking never know. You could push in one direction. They're like, you know what? I decided, fuck it, Dad. I just want to do this. And you're like,
I think that's all part of the journey.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about when you were 13. You didn't know what the fuck you want to do. I know when I was 13,
I was going to be a mechanical engineer.
Oh shit! All I wanted to do was make money. I did, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't really even at 13. You don't even really know what you like because you haven't really found yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like you don't really have an understanding of what you like or into, or and I would say honestly, early to mid 20s, like between like 22 and 26 is where you really discover what you have a passion for.
Like
I was a little different.
Unless if you're heavy in your teenage years, yeah. But for most people, I'm not talking about you creative types because when you're
like when I was at the barbershop, there was a firefighter in there that said majority of the guys that he went to school because he's 37, I believe, and he just barely becoming a firefighter. He said a lot of the guys would go out of their way, do all the schooling and the training to be a firefighter, go through all that shit just to realize they don't want to do this shit. Then they got to figure out late in life, I don't want to do this shit. Yeah. That's some crazy shit to be like, damn, I put all my eggs in this basket. I thought for sure this is what I wanted to do just to get through it all. You'd be like, I don't want to do it.
I mean, there's a reason why they tell you don't declare a major to 2 years in.
Yeah.
Even that though, you still 22 years old.
You don't know. I've said many times, had I going back in time, I'd be working with my hands. I'd be some type of engineer or some type of or computer coding.
So we're all in agreement that nurturing is important. In what direction you just kind of let it flow.
You got to let it flow.
I mean, I guess because on the flip side, with my younger one, we could tell she was a little more advanced with the things she was doing, and you're like, okay, so let's put her in school at 2, whatever, and like she's keeping up with the other kids, so it's like help her advance in that way. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but it's like now she's a smart ass, so I don't know if that's the way, but I think that's just 3-year-olds.
I think you gotta maybe I'm basing this solely off of my past, but I think you gotta go, it's all situational, but
most definitely
steps. Like let's use like art as an example. They want to draw, don't spend hundreds on art supplies.
To me, huh? You talking stuff to me?
I might. You got $12 out of me.
Yeah,
she want to be a baker. So
KitchenAids and shit. Yeah. Store.
I will say this,
and probably don't go super cheap either. Like you want to show that you want them to progress, but you don't want to go overboard to the point where if they don't want to do it at some point,
mad.
Too invested.
Yeah.
Too invested.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say this. So like you said, my daughter's 4. This past, I guess, spring, winter, fall, I don't know what the fuck it was. She did soccer and she did gymnastics. During soccer season, she realized I don't really like this shit. I just like kicking the goddamn ball, but the actual sport of soccer ain't for me. Because we asked her, so you want to play soccer next year? She said, no, I just want to hang out with my friends. I said, cool. So no more soccer. Now, if you ask in 3 years, you can play soccer again. So now what we do, she's in gymnastics. She loves that shit. Now she's going to start going to gymnastics twice a week. Now we're going to probably put her in T-ball. Like, we're just going to, my goal is to just put her in random shit. What she gravitates towards, that's what she's going to do. Like, recently she's been playing my Nintendo Switch, and like she's legit winning races at like the 50cc. Like and then she tells me how to play. Like I don't know, like so it's like I just kind of like, and you know the wife is kind of like against it. It's too much screen time. I was like, do you know how much these gamers get paid nowadays? Like if this is something she likes to do, I'll let her do it. I mean, it's look. Would you rather her play a game or draw flowers on your wall?
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Banksy, dog. Like,
you know what I mean? So I'm like, I just try to see her interest and see what she gravitates towards, and then like the things like she might be a comedian because she thinks she's funny. So funny, and she'll be fine. I'm gonna hit her in her mouth, but you know, I just whatever she gravitates towards, that's what I push. That's my mode. What's up?
Looking at your sweater.
Oh, it says husband. It says husband.
What does it say at the bottom?
Taken by wifey. That's how you pronounce it. Husband.
Oh, okay.
Then definition.
Taken by wifey. Okay.
Taken by wifey.
Sure. I was trying to read it because I was like,
sorry, ladies, I'm married.
So
for now.
Don't be sorry.
As we transition into the final topic here tonight, what is you three gentlemen's potential growth and goal from the podcast? Like, what do you want to see in maybe 5 months? Like, where do you think this was going to be? We found out that today we've hit 100 downloads on
thank you
our pod. Thank you guys.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
So, what do you see going forward with the success that we've already achieved at this point? In 35
initially, I would like to get Hambone into a situation to where he's not boiling.
So that'd be my not boiling
because this nigga's like sweating.
I couldn't find my little fan.
You know, I fucks with the growth. I think within 6 months, I would like to see us double or triple our numbers now. Pretend the growth, possibly expand into other entertainment avenues to just kind of get ourselves out there. Maybe become a little more social media famous as a group. I don't care about be singular famous. I just because don't be in my DMs. I'm not going to.
And husband gonna be known.
I'm just a nigga with a wife. You know that you know.
That's a T-shirt.
But all right, I guess we'll pose that question for the listeners too. What would you like to see us do with growth? Like, do you want to see guests? Do you want to see comedy stuff? Do you want to see skits?
Just let us know. Just post it on any. Just comment on any random post that we do. We've been doing some random shit because you never know what the fuck we gonna say.
This is true.
And you never know when Hambone gonna put his titty out.
For anyone, pretentious titties.
Hambone don't pull titties out. Hambone goes fishing for crawfish.
So what does Hambone want to see in growth?
I think I'm right there with the because I don't see double in like 5 months. I see a lot more than that, to be honest. Like just with us staying consistent and rolling like this. I mean, to see through our plans we have, like to branch out into more than just doing the podcast, doing things that are based off of the podcast that are other avenues within the media realm.
I'm seeing freestyle battle against other podcasts.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you
Yeah,
do that. I guess
yeah,
we could
good luck
invent it.
with
We
that.
could invent it. If we could invent it, nigga, shit.
Them niggas
But-
don't want the smoke.
The
Them
tag
niggas don't
team
want the smoke.
format. 4-way tag teams.
Them niggas don't
we're
want the
shooting the
smoke.
dozens with other crews. Like I'm down.
I
Don't
say
give me
doesn't,
30
nigga.
days.
I'm not shooting jokes. I can't do it.
Don't give me 30 days to prepare.
Oh, it's gonna be
you
a
got
battle.
it.
It's gonna be Smack.
Don't give me 30 days.
It's gonna be on Smack.
Yeah,
I'm
just
just talking shit.
continue to
I'm not a rapper.
grow, man. Oh, you was talking about dropping bars.
Yeah.
I'm not a rapper.
Oh, okay. It's like as long as you're talking bars, I thought y'all was talking bullets. I was like, I don't want no parts in that.
Nigga, I got a family to feed. I can't get locked up. What the hell?
Quack, quack, quack. There can only be one.
Oh, so I have to be the shooter? Is that
Hey,
I mean,
sir, I am a professional. I'm a professional driver.
Shooters don't talk. You got to not do that.
They ain't seen your face.
That's true. You are. Yep. I'll get you the bullets. Hollows.
Pew, pew, pew.
If the glove don't fit,
I do like seeing that we're in other countries and shit, though. That's pretty cool.
That's dope.
That's actually pretty cool.
What about you, Keith?
I like all kinds of spices in my cabinet.
Wait, what?
Pew, pew, pew.
I said I like all kinds of spices in my cabinet.
All right. Honestly, I know one of the things I would love to see at least fairly soon. I think we would do really well with reaction content. If you guys know what that is.
Yeah, man, when we fucking 67?
At that point, Keith, you would have to show your face to react.
No, nah.
He's just gonna be.
That's part of the skit. We
Yeah,
just
you gotta see the
describe
facial reactions.
No, we have to describe his face. That's part. 40 like I like that shit.
But I think, and like I don't watch a whole lot of reaction content, but I do watch some, and I think given our personalities, we would definitely fit and thrive.
So you mean like
bring it?
You mean like reacting to certain things that happen, like certain like videos and stuff like that?
Videos, yeah, stuff like that.
I know what you mean.
We could do that now.
I
Bring
think
up
we
a
can
video.
do music. We can't do music because I know we just gonna be like,
Well,
what the fuck?
the only reason why I say fairly soon is because obviously you're gonna have to kick up our editing game when it comes to stuff like that. So there's gonna be a learning process that's gonna have to go with something like that.
It ain't nothing we can't do, nigga.
No, I'm not saying we can't do it. I'm just saying like I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, we need to start pumping out reaction videos tomorrow. Like obviously we need
I'm
to
gonna make a reaction video to this reaction.
all right.
All
But that's in my mind currently. Like I've thought about it that, and I think I may have mentioned this to Kevin, or I dreamt it. I probably dreamt it. I've been dreaming a lot of stuff that apparently hasn't happened.
Nigga,
But
dreams. I only see them in the daytime.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think that I don't want to say a surefire thing, but I think that'd be something that could really pop off if done right.
Mukbang.
Nope.
No.
Hell no.
Nope.
I am not. No.
The only mukbang video I'm watching is the mukbang with the dude sucking Kevin's titty. That's the only video I'm watching.
You can get on camera smacking and acting up for the camera, but nah. Oh my god, I hate the sound of people eating, or at least these mukbangs, because they be doing it up.
Oh shit!
Because apparently people like the sound of that.
Hey, I'm not. I have no parts in mukbang. I don't know why y'all still talking about mukbang. I'm out.
Okay. All right. With that being said, this has been episode 35.
Hambone. You've been on the
Hambone
roll with
Jenkins.
you've been on the roll with the names. Did you come with another one, Hambone?
I couldn't be. What was wrong with Dirty Richard Jones?
Dirty Dick Jones.
That's what you're going with? That's what we're doing?
That's
it?
That's a
When
good one.
When you wrote that on the paper, you said this is the best I got today. That's what you said?
That was good, I thought.
Okay. This man, he wants to be an STD so bad.
This has been
Richard
episode
Dastardly?
35. Dick Dastardly. This has been episode 35 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names.
Kevin Wendell, Hambone Jenkins.
This is your boy Moelethal. Calm down, finally.
Yes.
This is Keith, aka Mukbang Channel, coming soon.
Oh Lord,
I ain't watching that shit.
All right, thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, downloading. We are on all platforms.
Everything.
Apple Podcasts,
everything.
Spotify, Amazon.
And tell your grandma come get an A-track. I'm making it out the back.
So thank you for rocking with us. Until next time, peace out, much love.
Peace.
Peace.